How excited could you possibly get? So I politely hung up on him, called me back, he kept on being persistent. Persistence will always defeat resistance. And that's what I discovered in this industry as I traveled it. The very people that you want to recruit, that sometimes say no, if you persist without exception, guess what will happen over time? They will be presented new information. Maybe the timing is different, right? And so I wanted you to know that he was persistent. I said, well, what is it? He said, it's network marketing. How old's the company? About a year old. I said, okay. I said, it's a startup, and I love you for thinking of me. I really do. I hope you do well. I'm looking for something serious, however. I got a call coming in. I got to go. And he was smart enough to get out of his own way. Because my friend, just so happens, couldn't string 10 words together. He just wasn't the verbose guy. He was a hard worker. He wasn't a presenter, wasn't a front of the room guy, wasn't like, a salesy guy. He was just a good person. And so he was smart enough to get a hold of a gentleman by the name of Robert Stepanovsky, one of our co-founders and chairman of the board, who talked to me on the line the way I needed to hear it. He talked to me with strength and passion. And the thing that I noticed about Robert is that he did not care whether I believed it, he believed it. And I always have liked someone that is sold out to what they do, that absolutely believe in what they do. And he talked about worldwide deregulation. He talked about all the essential services one day was going to open up in 70 countries around the world. I said, wow. Actually, I didn't say that out loud. I said, because they were only marketing long distance. I said, it sounds good enough. I'm in Baltimore, you're in Philadelphia. He told me that. I said, let me meet you. I met him. He shared with me the vision of what he said on the phone. He repeated himself again. I was seeing if he would trip himself up. And I went back to Baltimore with one thought in my mind. What if this guy's right? What if he's right? And I don't do this. And everything he says happens. Not just in long distance, but we can be in a position to be paid on every single bill that people pay for every single month and can't live without. How about if you were in that position to get paid like the largest providers in the world? To me, it was the biggest, massive financial upside of my life. And I found out at the time it was a couple $100 to get in, camouflaged with that kind of upside. A very low entry fee with an unbelievable, unlimited upside. I got so excited. So I want to go over some information with you today about my thoughts, because I'm going to talk to you in concept. There's no need for me to drill down into the weeds because you can't have better training than you had today. How many people love the training that you heard today? Incredible training. The social media training was off the hook. All of our leaders did unbelievable jobs. I just want to talk to you about building a championship team. Because when I saw this as a massive opportunity. And I didn't think of, the people that, had little financial success. The very people I wanted to take my message to were up here. The people up here. This is what I want to talk to you about today. I want to talk to you about elevating yourself, no pun intended, elevating your language to where you get the attention of the very best people that could possibly enter your business. How many people want to hear about that? And so I wanted to share with you this championship team. I wanted to put together something special. And here we are today. I'm talking about back then, but here we are 30 years later. We are a storied franchise. No different than the New York Yankees, baby. No different than the Boston Celtics, baby. No different than the Patriots or the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys. I saw this company as what it could be in terms of a storied franchise. They built a legacy over 30 years. And here I stand before you, 29 years later, talking to you in Fort Worth, Texas, after taking this opportunity around the world. Literally, around the world. I got so serious about building my team. Absolutely. Being a multifaceted, multidivisional powerhouse of essential service to come. Obviously, we weren't there yet. We're right in this city, Fort Worth, is the hub for all of the development of Texas. Wherever you were was the hub. Wherever you were is the pivot center. Wherever you were, I wanted to get the attention of the most successful people. And so I knew that I needed to have the language. I needed to understand the language eventually, not tomorrow if I just started yesterday, not next week, but I need to understand. I gotta be obsessed. Write it down. I gotta be obsessed with my craft. You have to own the space you occupy. You ever talk to someone that really doesn't know what they're talking about? And after 10 seconds, they have no idea really what they're talking about. And have you ever talked to somebody that owns what they do and you lean into what they say? Who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? Doesn't happen right away, but you need to work on it. This is the major leagues. This is the major leagues. Some of you are wondering whether this thing works. Hey, buddy, this works. Stop looking to your left. Stop looking to your right. Stop looking all around. You're in it. You have found it. This is it. Period. This is it. It's common sense. Look, you got something coming this year. Hyperinflation. You got home prices going to crash, so they say. I'm not gloom and doom, but I've been through this over 29 years. I've been through the dot-com bust. I've been through the mortgage bust. I've been through wars. I've been through pandemics. I'm telling you, get ready. Get ready. There's going to be a talent pool that we can draw from like never before. And with Impact Health and the story that we can tell and other great services that we are coming out with years to come that will be just as significant as Impact Health. Look, I'll tell you this, okay? When we started in long distance, there was something called the internet. I was scared. 1994 March. I didn't have an email, didn't have a computer. You had to wait 10 seconds if you clicked 10 seconds and just wait for the screen to change. Dial-up internet, AOL 6.0, $9.95 a month. You could take a nap between screens. And then they said to me, the future is streaming internet. What are you talking about? He says, there'll be a time where you'll be paying $50 a month for streaming video. The whole future is streaming video. I said, $50 a month? There's no way I'm paying $50 a month for this joke I'm looking at on the computer. He says, you don't understand. I said, no, I understand. If you paid me $500 a month, you paid me to go back to dial-up internet, forget it. I'm in. Sold out, surrender, I give up. Here's my point. We got excited way back when in the 90s. Ready? With pagers. We were so excited. We were so important. Our hip started to vibrate. Somebody wants to talk to me? Everybody remember that? But you see, when it gets tough and people need to figure out what to pay for, they're going to pay for the essential services that they need. Look, they'll miss a meal before they'll miss a call. They'll miss a meal if they have to not pay for their internet service. If you don't have internet, if you're not plugged in, that means you're living in a cave with your head in the ground. Look, let me just tell you something, folks. We live in a business that will never, ever, ever be saturated. Technology is consumable. Innovation replaces old technology with new technology. You're excited about impact? Buckle up, baby. You ain't seen the best thing yet. I'm here to tell you, buckle up. We're excited. This is huge. You're all the owners of your own business. You're the president of your organization. Do you know any president that can't explain what their company does? That can't explain their company, their services, the compensation plan? Do you know any president that can't explain how the revenue is created and how their employees get paid? Why do we, network marketers, operate under some different set of rules? Well, we don't. This has more upside than anything you could ever imagine. You've got to respect and honor this profession. If you don't, it will kick you out of the profession. The problem with it is they got way too many amateurs in it. Who wants to start being a professional right now? Because if you are, it will pay you more than anything. You're the owner, you're the coach, you're the mentor. When you start, you need to be a student as well as the leader. And you're the janitor, you're doing it all. I got started, I'll never forget it. I got signed up and I was shaving it in the sink and I was just, right after I signed up and I'm just, what have I just done? Staring back at me was my entire organization. Every senior vice president had a first day, first week, first month, first year. Every one of us, we had the same doubts, the same fears, the same worries. But guess what? We knew that we had to be disciplined. We had to be determined. We had to work hard. We had to sacrifice. And I'm asking you to do the same. And if you do, your life will change. You're doing it all in the beginning. I was leading the national expansion. I was leading every expansion. You know why I was leading every expansion? Because I said so. I recruited a gentleman in Baltimore in March of 1994. His name was Chuck. I recruited him in at Denny's. I told him this week they need to bring a couple people. We have our first meeting in Baltimore. I'll be doing the presentation. Show up. We're going to do real well together. Chuck, high five. Welcome to the business. I get introduced to the front of the room. Larry Raskin has experience leading the expansion. I got up on stage and I said, thank you everyone for coming. As so-and-so said, my name is Larry Raskin. I'm leading the national expansion of an incredible, exciting company right in the middle of a worldwide deregulation. The company's name is ACN. Tonight, you're going to hear about our industry, the company, the services that we provide, and how you can get paid for being part to our leadership base as we expand in the Mid-Atlantic region. We're going to use Baltimore as the hub, as all the development coming out of Baltimore. I did that presentation, and as I was doing that presentation, I saw Chuck in the back of the room. You know how people come up to you and they were kind of asking questions and getting clarity and wanting to meet the speaker, and I helped the people enroll other people, the guests in the room. And also I see Chuck coming up, and Chuck says, hey, I said, bud, are you okay? He goes, hey, I need to know you're not lying. I said, excuse me? He said, I need to know you're not lying. I said, lying? I said, what's up? He says, you said something tonight and you didn't say it Denny's. We were sitting down. I said, yeah, what was that? He said, you said that you were leading the national expansion. I said, that's right. He goes, who appointed you? I said, Chuck, I appointed me. Do you have any other questions, Chuck? And he looked at me like I could hear him thinking. And then he started smiling. I said, Chuck, when you start leading your national expansion, people will be confident that you can take them where they want to go. 2 years later, he became an RVP. 2 years later after that, he was a Circle of Champion member for many years, one of our early leaders in our company. I can tell you this, every one of you are leading a national expansion. Every one of you. I didn't care about the meeting that had 500 people in it in the city where I had no people in it. That meeting didn't exist for me. I was building my group, my platform. That stage was for my people. I'm going to build a whole separate team. Why? Because I was leading my expansion. Now, I want to make sure you understand this. I let everybody into my meetings. I wanted everybody to understand how to grow this business. But look, if you're in my meeting, that's for the front of the room is for my people. And I wanted to make sure that I taught strong leadership. And so we want to teach you how to lead your expansion. Now it's a whole new day today. Zooms make everything just incredible. Yes or no? I mean, but there are times when COVID is over, the pandemic is over. I want to look people in the eye, don't you? And so I can tell you this, between you leading your national expansion, which is going to be very, very exciting, we're going to have the ability to go after some really great people. Now here's what you're going to find out. My goal was to build the largest customer base. Can you imagine 10,000 customers, 100,000 customers? Unlimited. Pick a number. But here's what you need to know. There's a correlation between having the biggest customer base, top money earners, top leaders in the world of network marketing. The correlation is the people with the largest customer base have the biggest team. They have the biggest team. The way to get to the largest customer base is to build the biggest team. Are we clear? I'm not saying that you can't get customers. Look, if you say no to my opportunity, Pat Mazur says you're going to be my customer. That's it. And guess what? Once they are my customer, they see the value of my service, timing could be better, and they go back to them, and then obviously help them become a rep based upon the value of my service. So there's two ways to build this business. From the bottom up and from the top down. I wanted to build it from the top down. I wanted to go after the best people I knew. And I want you to go after the best people I know. Some of you are very selfish. As a matter of fact, I'll even say many of you are very selfish, but you don't look at it that way. You're not going after the best people because you don't think they'll like it, or you think they make too much money, or you think they're too busy. When are you going to stop lying to yourself? That's not true. It's not true. You're feeding yourself a bunch of garbage. The very people that will see this in a nanosecond are the most successful people you know. Of course they're going to understand. Of course they will. I'm going to go over that. This is what I want to go over. The best team members are influential, yes? Optimistic, opportunistic, have integrity, credibility. They honor their reputation. They're trustworthy, optimistic, money motivated, other people focused, servant leaders, cause driven. They want to make a difference. They want to make an impact. Would you like to have a whole team of those people, yes or no? Absolutely. And all you need to do is open the door. All you need to do is get eyeballs on the business. Take a big note. I need to get many more eyeballs on the business. Exposures. So, the contact list. This is the goal in our business. This is the goal. 3 types of people. Red, greens, and blues. We all, no matter where you are in your life, you have 3 types of people when you put them on a contact list. The people that you look up to, your peers, people like you, and the people that look up to you. Does this make sense, yes or no? All right? Very important that you understand that. So look at it this way. So you are right there. You have people you look up to, people like you, and people that look up to you. Okay? What is a red? Is someone whose priority and focus of their daily life is surrounded by faith, family, and finance. They understand the criteria of a bona fide opportunity. And if they see something more worthy than what they're currently doing, they'll eliminate something less worthy to put something more worthy into their schedule, because that's the profile of a successful person. Yes or no? You don't have to babysit them. They understand. Remember, if they're business owners, if they're executives, if they have side gigs, All these people are Reds, right? Now here's what Reds are. Networkers, doctors, lawyers, professionals, entrepreneurs, business owners, teachers. Teachers in the network marketing industry are the highest percentage of profession that have done well globally in network marketing are teachers, believe it or not, coaches, same, athletes, executives, real estate, insurance, hairstylists, people with personal power. People that have the ability that they say, look, I'm gonna put 5 people on the Zoom and 6 people show up. They ask for 5 people to be on the Zoom, all 5 people show up. That's personal power. Yes or no? And so just understand, what is it green? Toughest people to recruit. These are your family and your friends. I have a friend named Hal. Hal, my buddy, high school. Anybody got any high school buddies you keep lately? Well, Hal, he says, you're doing what? You went from water filtration to phone service? Yeah, Hal, I'm in the phone business. Year goes by, mutual friends of ours are in the business with me, doing really well, right? He says, hey man, I hear that the phone business is going pretty well. I said, yeah, Hal, it's going pretty well, man. Going pretty well. A couple of years go by, he says, man, I saw an article. Quest bought for $4.4 billion. Jeez, man, that company that you're with, man, that phone, I said, yeah, going pretty well. Year goes by, and he says, Larry, I saw your name in a magazine. Wow. I said, stop. How? It's not a phone thing, but it's a global thing. How's the delicatessen, Hal? Still making sandwiches with the chips on the side? Your grandfather owned a deli. Your dad owns a deli. You own the deli. Your kids own the deli. Working 12, 16 hours a day, and you're closed-minded to opportunities. Look, here's what I'm saying. They're tough, but let me tell you what the family and friends do. You know what they're actually saying to you when they say no? You know what they're saying? Do it without me, then come back and get me.
Yep.
You can do it without me and show me that. Come back and get me, brother. Family, friends, peers, good, hard-working people. All these people are good. My brother, friend, good. I love them. I'm not telling them they're any less of a person. I'm just saying they haven't experienced the influence. They don't carry the influence. Maybe they're quiet. They're not verbose. They're not people that can speak well, but they're hard-working people and want to be included, but never had the opportunity. Open to multiple streams of income. Remember, they're similar to you. They are your peers. And remember, make a note. If you can get beyond your family and friends, you can make a fortune in anything. In anything. And what is a blue? People who you look up to, paycheck to paycheck, maybe. So, if you're a blue, there are people that look up to you. That's what I'm trying to say. All the people that look up to you are blue. They may be paycheck to paycheck. They're seeking a change. Like I said, good, hard-working people. Most blues are hungry. They just haven't been presented the right opportunity. How many people understand that? Now, let me tell you why I'm telling you to go after Reds. Are you ready to hear this?
Yeah.
When you recruit a Red and they make a list, they have red, greens, and blues. So if your Red goes after their Red, that means you got a double Red. If they recruit people like them, it's a Red. If they go after people that look up to them, that's you. Now, greens, we understand. They're like you. They may know some of the same people. But you want to get them to recruit up. If you recruited them, they've gotten beyond the garbage. They've gotten beyond some of the initial, negativity. You prove something to them, right? And then let's take a look at your blues. Your blues make a list. They have people that they look up to. That's you. They got people like them, that's blue, and they got people that look up to them. That's double blue. How many of you want to get a couple less double blues and a lot more double reds? So when your leaders tell you to go after the most successful people you know, I want to go through a door with you in your mind. There's a reason. They're not going to drain you of your energy. They're not whining heinies.
Whiny?
They're looking for an opportunity. They know how to distinguish one. How can this not make sense? Yes or no? Look, if you get this one thing, look, I can say a lot of things. Until the pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of change, you will never change. Until the pain of staying the same, until the pain of these same results are greater than any change you can go through. Then, and you're tired of it, you're tired of the same, you know you need to change, that's when change really happens. Make it happen for you. Make it happen for you. Word for you is respect me enough that if I think this is something you need to take a look at, you'll think enough of me to look at it. Respect me enough that if I think this is something you need to take a look at, you'll think enough of me to look at it. By the way, it should be enough. I would never waste your time once you're talking to people, right? A lot of you have different peaking scripts. But when it gets down to it, less is more. Do not answer any questions. Promote the event and promote the speaker. If they ask a question, say, good question. Well, like I said, I just saw it myself, because the people that are usually doing most of the inviting are the new people. And we're there training the people just to stick to the scripts. Experienced people can say, if you're doing the inviting, I would never waste your time, Mike. Never. Our relationship means much more than any business. I respect you too much. Do you trust me? I know. I trust you. So, you need to be on the Zoom at 7 tonight. Can I get your commitment? Right? Can we do this? Do words help? The language of our industry is what it just says. It's the language of our business. It's not real estate. It's not medical. This is the language of our business. The quality of your life will be determined in direct proportion to how you effectively communicate. The quality of your business, the quality of who shows up, the quality of your marriage, the quality of your financial offerings, the quality of your effective communication in your life will determine where you end up. Is it important? Words are like the colors on the palette of an artist. The more diverse the colors, the more vivid your self-expression. Know the language of our business. It's so important for you. You can't change the people around you, but you can change the people around you. You can't change them, but you can replace them. This whole business is about new blood. New blood. New blood. That means eyeballs on the business. Eyeballs on the business. I knew it was about decisions. Get as many exposures as I can. How many people are making decisions, yes or no, to be part of this business every single day? If you're an RD in this room, you gotta do all the presentations or most of the presentations or be part of the presentations with your RCs and ETLs. You need to participate in the enrollment, participate in the presentation itself, be standing by with a testimonial, RDs and above. This is what we do. This is our job description. See the people, tell the story, show the plan. Teach the people, tell the story, show the plan, train them. My life will not be an apology. It will be a statement. Write that down, folks, because Andy Andrews gave me that 12 years ago, and I became an incredible fan of Mr. Andy Andrews. He wrote a book called The Traveler's Gift. A man by the name of David Pond. Met 5 people, went back in time, he met 5 people in history. And he had 7 decisions, 7 life principles. And he wrote like a poetry. It was like unbelievable language that if you could share this at the end of a presentation, share this incredible language that you will get in touch with, the 7 decisions. It's downloadable, that document. I'm here to tell you, when you hear Andy Andrews, some of you are going to really understand how much your life can be changed, because he has one of the most incredible, life-altering stories I've ever heard in my life, and you were present to see him live. He's one of the best in the world. In the world, folks. He moved me so much. I'm just here to tell you, folks, the value that we have in him being here this weekend is incalculable. I can't even describe what it could mean for many of you that take notes and listen to every word that he says. We're in the business of providing hope again, to make people feel special, giving people a chance to dream again, to believe in themselves again, to push people up, to treat people good, to help people solve their financial challenges, to help people build their own company, to teach people how to live a purposeful life. It's more than a business. We truly are how we treat each other, where we can love one another, where we can even love one another into production. You know, love will keep people in the game. If you just love on them, they ain't going anywhere. People quit on companies, they don't quit on people that love them, especially if they love the company, where people believe in each other. But here's the funny thing. What we do as leaders was created with a financial reward system. We get paid to do all of that. We do. Isn't it a blessing? We are here in 2023. I am so excited to get to know so many of you moving forward. I am here all year. I'll be traveling to all your cities. I just want to tell you, the best has not even occurred yet for the company or yourself. God bless. Let's have a remainder of a great weekend.